All right, friends. Well, we're back. First off, for anybody who's wondering why I said 10-minute break and then ended the stream, sorry, I hit the wrong button. For people who are confused for other reasons, namely on what the hell just happened, what I will say above board is that while there was combat going on, there was also a initiative outside of this being rolled for what was actually happening. We will pick up in the role play here in a minute on helping to kind of maybe bridge the gap on that. But for the rest, you guys just have to kind of watch and find out. So we are coming back to Kara. You are coming to your the veins on your neck were starting to kind of go a little bit probably like blackened a little bit, and they start to recede back into back to normal. You see around you Alastaire, Gwyn, Yori, and Io. Nalani has just made up the stairs as well to be around you. Clearly not sure what was going on here. Rolled crazy bad initiative, and was the last to show up. But as Kara comes to, we will take it from there. Also, Hadrian is here. Hadrian actually got pushed back from Alastaire, who is so he's now kind of like sitting on the stairs on the opposite side. But as you awaken, probably kind of scrambles closer to you.
Well, in her dream state, Hadrian was the one dying. So she's gonna scramble to him and then just like, looking him over, crying, kissing him.
What is now looks to Alastaire, Gwyn, and Yori. What is? Well, it's okay. Are you okay?
No, I don't know. I hurt really bad. What happened? You were dying. There was
Is she here with us? Is she gonna be? Yeah, I think Hadrian still being not entirely sure if you were fully here or not. Looks around at everybody to kind of try to get an understanding of what's going on.
For Alastaire, as Kara scrambles off to Hadrian. I figure the way it works is Gwen is coming back down with Io, and I think I'll turn around and look. And just, are you okay? Like, are you
talking to Gwen?
Yeah, because I hurt her in the dream.
We don't know.
You guys remember the dream?
You don't know that.
We don't know anything.
We don't know that.
Right.
Okay, then never mind. Then no. I'll look over at Kara. Are you okay?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. We were. What happened?
The flowers tried to kill you, I think. I'll look at Hadrian. Your fiance's flowers.
Though.
Did you?
They seem to like Yori, though. Little man.
Did you know what those flowers were, Hadrian?
No, I just, my understanding, Mallet. You see a look of realization kind of come over Hadrian's face. Melody planted them, I'm pretty sure. I'm looking at Car. I'm so sorry. I didn't. That's so stupid.
I don't think you could have known. I don't even know what happened. How could you have? I must have been dreaming. I thought in my head it was you that went down, and then
Yeah, you look where you are, Kara, and it's like weirdly in the exact same spot as you saw Hadrian go down. Is where you are. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get you some. Water. Okay.
Only
and you see him kind of walk up. It's okay. I promise. I'm gonna be right back. Okay.
Look, we're right here, Kara.
Maybe we should get her to a bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
We got
get
that.
you.
Get the water. That's a good idea.
Okay. And you see him run off.
While he's gone, Kara, did he like take you to those flowers? Like, how did you end up next to them?
We just went to the garden and we were walking around and they were just normal plants, but when I showed him my changeling form, they came to me.
When they came to you, did they... They seemed kind of hostile when I saw them, but then Little Man showed up and they seemed to kind of mellow out. What?
They weren't hostile. They were just like breathing me in and reaching for me. I didn't think they were dangerous.
You feel a similarity to how they reacted towards you.
Yori's kind of staring blankly right now, and he just kind of mumbles, really to no one, "You're not supposed to do that. I owe them a favor now. You're not supposed to. They're from the Feywild. I told them I'd give them a favor. You're not supposed to do that." And he just kind of stares.
I felt fine though. We were just walking down the stairs.
You should be okay now. We all need to get some sleep.
I don't think you should go back up to those flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yori, you feel all right, don't you? I'm going to check him over and see if he looks like he's in danger of, the same thing happening. Looking to Alastaire for help because he's smarter than me.
And I think Io definitely overheard the favor comment, and then he's just sorry we put so much on you, little man. This favor, can we pay in your stead? Can we help in any way?
Maybe Hadrian can help? I know you probably want to destroy all of those flowers. I need you to not destroy one of them. There's one of them, the group of them that gave me the cure, the whatever we used. Will you promise to not... You can move it or whatever you need to do, but don't destroy it. Maybe that'll be enough. We might... Things in this world, in this place, reflect things in the Feywild. They're not always the same, but if they're here and we go, we might see something else on the other side. And I don't know if you all know. I mean, if we're going to go, that's an important thing to know. You don't offer favors. Don't say thank you. Or don't. There are a lot of rules. I forget a lot of them, but just don't agree to favors or offer them. But I needed to do it fast, and I knew it was something that would probably. Anyway, Hadrian, will you just, if we go, I guess, or whoever takes, will you, I can point it out to you or tell you where it is, but I need you to take care of one of them.
So right on cue, because Hadrian ran off to grab
that's right.
some water. But like in the middle of the conversation, so I think you're like kind of like talking to everyone about this. You overhear Hadrian, because I literally was going to do this anyways. You actually overhear Hadrian as he's like coming down the stairs. Yeah, I don't care. Just burn it down however you can see fit, and like someone can obviously interrupt him here. Just take it out.
Please wait. I know it's do you know about the Feywild and favor? I owe one of the flowers a favor. I know it sounds strange, but I need you to, you can move it, but I need you to make sure it stays alive and take care of it somewhere. It's not everyone, it's fine, hopefully, but the one that came and actually helped me, I need you to, whatever that one's attached to take care of it, or else.
What would that one look like?
I'll, it turned orange. Yeah, so it's the one. If there's an orange one, if not, then I guess ask me again and I'll come up. But I think it should be the one that turned orange.
Okay. All right. Okay. Gerald, and you see him just like starting to run after the person he just told to burn down the garden.
Oh, yeah. Yori visibly loosens up a little bit. Yeah. It's been a long day.
Hell yes. Can we eat those sandwiches before bed? At least one?
Yeah, they're down in the study. There's one for everyone, and then I was planning on making one for the journey. So, but there's already one for everyone down there. If anybody wants one, you don't have to eat it or anything, but they're there. And I used the spice pouch that we got at Did we interact with like a weird cloud being in a store, or is that feels so distant? Did that happen?
Yeah, it
Weird
feels like a
cloud
lifetime
being?
ago, don't it?
Yeah.
Me, Nene, and little man, we were what was it? Al? Was it Al there? Sorry, it's been a
he was
crazy
there.
couple days. But yeah.
Anyway, that spice pouch can make, and I'll help me, and so there's sandwiches. It's late. It's been a long day.
You're talking. I just walk over to you and put my hand out, like to shake your hand. Just
Okay. He shakes your hand.
thanks for doing that, Yori. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Yeah, little man, thank you. I don't care if I owe you a favor.
We're not in the Feywild, and I'm not sure if it counts for me, but I won't collect.
Thank you all for saving me again.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Would I know the effects that she was under or not by knowing that the flower?
Yeah, let's get go ahead and roll me a use the same tools, I'll say.
Okay.
Or no, history check. Maybe a history check.
Okay. 4 plus 11 is 15.
15.
You
Cool.
do have your flash of genius still, because you used that in my dream.
Yeah, you technically
Just
didn't use
saying.
it.
That's true.
Oh, so
How's
dirty
that
20.
for confusing for everybody's
Yeah.
mechanics
Right.
here?
Dirty 20.
Oh, I should mark myself as alive again.
Yeah,
Yes,
Oh no,
good
that
idea.
transferred. That
Oh,
transferred.
okay. Good, good,
Yeah.
good.
just
We've been
that.
talking to a ghost
Yeah.
this whole time.
Yeah, I will tell you about board. No, you said 15, right?
Yeah.
15 is
You got a 20
a.
flash of genius, right?
I'll tell you 15 passes. I won't.
Oh.
I won't make you flash genius because this is low stakes on here. I would say it's enough that, and if you want to use flash of genius, you'd know for sure that'll be the difference. But 15, you know that nectar of the fairy blossom is an extremely potent and dangerous substance. It is something that's why it's so difficult to procure, or one of the reasons why it's so difficult to procure. In this case, the idea of there is actually, I'll say this: with a 15, there are a couple different ways that it could be weaponized. One of which would be released in some sort of like spore way. The other would be an overdose. But both would create loss of consciousness, massive hallucinations, and eventually death.
Okay. Yeah, so I think if we've got Kara into Hadrian's bed, I think I walk back over and sit down next to her and just, without really making eye contact, look at her and just and tell her that if you saw anything or dreamt anything wasn't real, it's an effect of dying. It's not a real experience, no matter how it felt.
Yeah, of course. I know that. I think I need to sleep to separate what I felt and what I know is real.
There is a creeping moment for you, Kara, in recognizing that Alastaire is sitting on Hadrian's bed as you are laying in it, very much like Hadrian was.
I think she kind of scoots away a little, just looking down. You can tell, like, she is... Oh, yeah. She's scared right now and not hiding it at all. That was a natural one. She's not hiding it very well at all.
I'll see that and stand back up and take a step back.
I'm sorry, I saw him again, and...
Him?
Hothir. And he... I didn't think I'd have to live through something like that again. I'm sorry. It's not... I know it wasn't real. I know it's not you. I'm just having a hard time right now.
Yep. I get it. It wasn't real. It's just people would have said that have died or almost died, that they see things, and it's natural to just to see the things that you fear. But it wasn't.
I mean, Amir appeared out of nowhere too, so I know that can't be real because he's not here.
It's we're all here, and we're.
Mm-hmm.
I do think maybe we need to discuss what happens if this happens when we're in the Feywild. There's going to be way more of this type of thing there, but it can wait for the morning. We should get some rest. But it is something we need to talk about, I think. We have to be prepared.
Are you okay to stay here? Do you want us to stay in here with you?
No, I'll be okay.
Good.
Is Hadrian in here with us?
As you like kind of like turn, look, you see Hadrian's kind of in the doorway. I'd say at one point, as you guys kind of like, as like someone might have like looked in, I'd say you like handed the glass to them, but he was trying to kind of give space.
This is going to go poorly, but can I insight check him? Does he seem truly shaken about this? Is he covering his tracks by burning down the flowers? Like, does he truly seem concerned for her well-being right now?
And you're immune to charm, right?
Yes.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me an insight check.
Okay. Wow, those were both okay. 13. I mean, that's not great, but it's good for her.
On the good side of average.
Yes.
We did a lot of messaging back and forth today. I'll tell you straight up.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you above board. He seems angry.
I am going to mentally tell Hewson to hang out on the underside of the bed as a little spider and to let me know if he makes even the slightest move towards her that she does not consent to.
Yeah, makes sense.
He's just gonna be a little spider hanging out. And then start moving towards the door if it seems like she's ready to sleep for now.
Yeah. As you all kind of are like standing there for a moment, there's a somewhat somber sort of silence that is quickly interrupted by a knock at the front door. Now you guys are on the second floor, but you could still hear a doof, doof, doof. You've got to be kidding me.
Kara's gonna scramble up.
No, just stay there.
We don't know who it is. Huxley's still out there.
Here.
Trust me. Just stay and rest.
I'll just have Gerald come in. Gerald, can you get the door, please? You hear the door open. You hear the door close. Sir, someone is asking for an Alastaire Samil.
Made the deadline.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Yori, can you come with me?
I got you.
Head downstairs.
Gwen will follow after, but she's a lot slower than both of them, so.
I'll come and I'll be coming along too.
You got it. As Gerald kind of like hurries before you to open the door, opens the door, and you see in the dead of night before you is a gentleman who is very old. You see bald head, scraggly beard, looks to be human, is leaning on a crutch. You see that there's a small like sack on his back. You see he's kind of bent over. I think both in like the sort of like elderly sort of stance, but also from the weight of he's carrying. And as you see him just, yes, I was told to give a note to Alastaire Samil.
That's me, sir.
I see. Well, there you are. And you see he holds out kind of like a shaky hand towards you and hands you just a small message. You open it up.
Yeah, I open it up.
You die immediately. No. You
Rocks fall, everyone does.
You open it up and you see that it is an address. You're not necessarily familiar with the street, but we'll say you guys will eventually figure out it is in the stacks. And then underneath it says, ask for someone named the Dormouse.
Am I to assume this came from the Draftons?
Yes, I was told to handle a couple of things tonight. And you see him point to the sack on his back. But was to get to you first post haste. I'm sorry it took so long, but these hold legs. Alastaire, make a insight check.
Nine.
I'll give you advantage. I think this is something that Alastair would notably be paying attention to.
10.
You didn't use your flash of genius.
15.
15, cool. With a 15, there is a very dark, sinking, angry feeling that you feel like it's speculation, but just feeling like in your heart you know it to be true. They sent this man, this crippled man, specifically for you.
You know, you don't have to work for people like that.
Right, well, forgive me for saying, but when you have lived as long as I have, boy, you learn that most of them are all the same. Good day. You see him turn to leave.
I need to sleep.
What's in your bag?
Oh, I need to bring these, this bricks to a man named Bartholomew.
Bricks?
Yes. You asked.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck. Sorry. Seems like they're heavy. I'd help, but I have things to do here. And
Of
I
course.
guess we have to go somewhere else. Nice to meet
We
you.
all have our jobs, yes. Good night. You see him head off into the darkness.
You should get some sleep, Yuri. You're making a crippled man stand there with a bag of bricks.
So I didn't even know he had bricks. I thought maybe they were bodies.
You know, I mean, once he said they were bricks, you asked again, and he just had to stand there longer.
Well, yeah, but like, why? Why bricks? Do they have brick like a cart to deliver bricks? And like, how many bricks are gonna fit in a bag? How much? Like, what are you gonna use 12 bricks to build something?
So you said something about sandwiches, and then,
Yeah, and then you said something about sleep. So, yeah. I thought he was gonna deliver the things. Do we have to go get them? Few of us might be wanted.
In this moment, I mean, Hadrian is probably like on the banister, just like to be. What was, if I may ask?
Marion said an address. Said to ask for someone.
The dormouse?
Dormouse.
Interesting.
Interesting how.
Who's the dormouse?
Well, I'm being reminded time and time again there is rich and powerful, but there is rich and powerful. I was under the assumption that the Dormouse was a myth, a urban legend, but I don't imagine the Draftons would go to such great lengths in sending you on a wild goose chase. The Dormouse, as the story goes, is someone who lives and makes a living in transporting people wherever they want to go. Magically. My understanding, he's not... Well, the story goes he's not quite human.
Most of us aren't.
Correct. What I mean to say is he doesn't seem to be...
Mortal?
That's how the story goes.
Is he Fey, Fiend, or Celestial?
Depending on who you believe, some people say that he is an extremely powerful dark wizard that managed to crack the code on ley line teleportation, not only between places in the material plane, but in others as well. Others believe that he found it on accident and is a product of one of those excursions gone wrong.
In the hells would you not lead with that?
Like
yeah,
I
Gwen is
said,
looking at him like, that's the most important thing you've said in the 3 hours we've known you. Come on, buddy.
Above board specifically on the idea that he's a product of an excursion gone wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, I didn't... Until this moment, I thought it was all a myth. No one has been able to... No one in my circles.
And yet Marion is handing us to him as a favor? How? I mean, I can see how some people would find you handsome, but how in the world did you get into this position that you were in?
There was the whole Fae thing.
That must be it. Hadrian,
And the uncontrolled super charisma power. I mean, I felt
Above
it,
board,
you
is
felt it.
Io 100% sure what that is?
I'm not, but he's not 100% sure, but he did succeed. He did succeed in being against being charmed by him.
Okay, did I say specifically you recognize that there was something that didn't seem to work on you?
Can't quite remember, so I guess I can.
Okay, just to
I can
be
kinda-
careful now. I think if you rolled like crazy high, I might have, but I don't know.
I think Gwen
I think Gwen did.
knew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gwen straight up knows. I know that much.
I mean, he is like objectively good looking. Just, it's not like some people. Like it's I think it's pretty obvious. He's got, it's like symmetrical features, and it's kind of the
Or
dark
at
brooding
this point,
he's-
eyes.
walks around the corner. Is everything okay? I thought we were going to
yes.
bed.
Okay, yes, of course.
I thought you were all going to bed. What's happening?
We get to see somebody called the Dormouse, and he's like a dark wizard, and he's gonna teleport us maybe to the, but it might go wrong, and it sounds exciting.
Dear, maybe Beth
Actually does
worry
sound
about that for
exciting.
tomorrow. Okay.
and Hadrian didn't even know this person existed, and Marion's handing.
I've heard stories about him existing. But yes, Alastaire, you're correct. I think there's a possibility that I have been relying on certain talents and not perfecting others. Thank you for the insight.
I just.
I
wanna
got the
say,
feeling that. Go ahead.
We've all been through a hell of a night. I think we really should all go to bed, because don't need people saying things out of pocket. You've been pretty good host so far, Hadrian, all things considered.
Okay. No. Not really.
Okay, dear,
But-
it's okay.
Okay.
Well, compared to all the things that we've had done to us, or dealt with over the last month, we have beds here, and you could say somebody tried to kill us, but it was kind of not exactly. It was a little bit. It wasn't you, and it was kind of 1 degree anyway. And you have books, and we got to eat, and we didn't eat a lot in the warehouse. So that was, it's better than we've had.
And honestly, if you were sincerely curious, I have several more notes I can give you to help you improve.
Perhaps on a day that I'm not mourning family I don't have.
Okay, but sure. I guess tomorrow, if you have time.
Perhaps. Well, Gerald, can you just bring them all to the guest rooms? Yes, all of them. Thank you. I bid you all a good night. See you in the morning.
Good night.
And putting a hand on your back, Kara is leading you back up the stairs as you're trying to hold your hand as well as you're going back up. Gerald leads you to the most furnished guest rooms you've ever had in your lives. You all have your own room, if you'd like.
If possible, you're always going to go back to the study, actually. And that's where he'll sleep. Just making sandwiches and then going to sleep right in the study
You
with
got it.
Fenrir.
Falling right asleep, right on the wheat bread. Yeah. Cool. As you all bed down for the evening, we'll say, who's where? Who do you think took their own separate room? Who's,
Alastair would probably stop off with Gwen and do the long, like, you just, are you...
I'm too tired for this. And she's just gonna wave him in, like, let's go. Too tired. I would say she would have taken the room closest to Hadrian and Kara's, unless it's in a different wing.
It is in a different wing.
Gotcha. The closest to the exit to that wing, to the closest route to their room.
Yeah, I'd say you're no more than about, because I'd say it's like probably the opposite side of the staircase. So I'd say you're no more than about 70, 80 feet.
Perfect.
So you're still in range to familiar stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. It's 100 feet for that, so it's
cool.
Perfect. She's thinking that needs to be longer. Anyway, it's time for bed.
Io would have definitely shared a room with most likely Nalani and Callisto, but he definitely would have stopped by the study to pick up one of his sandwiches, as he said. And he's kind of drifting off to sleep, kind of leisurely eating this sandwich, he's kind of just giving them the finer points of, you see, a sandwich that has the right amount of spice. There's a happy medium there. You don't want it to be too spicy where it loses its flavor, but you also want it to kind of give you a little bit of a kick and permeate your mouth. And he doesn't even care if they're listening or not.
Cool. Yeah, I think as you look up, you see Nalani is just staring at the door. Doesn't seem to be aware of what you're saying. Io, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Okay, that is an 8.
Okay, thank you. In the master bedroom, door closes. Kara, I'm a lot of things, but I am very ashamed of my stupidity in bringing you there and not being aware of what I don't know.
Don't apologize for something you couldn't have predicted. That's not on you. Should have known she would have had at least another trick up her sleeve. I don't blame you for any of that.
I really, your friend Alastaire really knows how to say it like it is. And to be honest with you, it is actually oddly refreshing. I've surrounded myself with a lot of people that seem to tell me what I want to hear, or seem to be too scared to tell me the truth on how they're feeling until it is too late. But I think he's right. There are things that I need to make sure are strengthened.
I think that's true for everyone. We're all fallible. We're only mortal.
Considering my position, clearly, in this group with some fairness. What are your thoughts on the future?
I still have to go to the Feywild to find my daughter. And like I told you, I don't know what will come of that. And I know you have a lot of people relying on you here. A lot of lives. There may be a gang war starting. And I mean, like I told you, with the Grincelli coming, or her representatives, this city may be under Southern rule soon enough. And I don't know if you know how changelings are treated in the South, but I don't want my daughter to grow up in a world like that.
Well, that for sure would not happen, but I understand your position. I guess the question is for me to stand and fight, or to cut my losses and recognize what I have gained in the process. I am concerned about the people that I would be leaving behind. I think many of them would be smart enough to run when it is clear there is no way out. I can't even imagine how Asher is feeling at the moment.
There's just so much you've built here. We built for many years, but you know more than I do about how much is at stake. And the dangers of what may be the war with the Violet Sisters and potential conflict with the Red Thorns.
You see him take the water that is by your bed that I imagine you only, drank half of. You see him kind of like swishing it around the glass. I have worked long and hard for 7 years, at least, to be able to collect and build and fulfill everything I dreamed of. And have not I have skill and talents, but when the moment came that you were at death's door, my skills and talents were useless. I fear that, as much as I would love to go with you to find Maeve, I would do nothing but be pushed aside in saving you. For no one's fault but my own. Your family, your new family, is interesting. But they clearly love you. And they're clearly more resourceful than I am with everything that I have.
That's not true. I'm a cleric and I couldn't even stop that. That was unusual. You can't base that incident off of.
You see him take your hand in his hands and kneel down beside you in the bed and say, I do not know how things work in the Feywild, and I know that we cannot be sure that you will come back in a way that we will be together. But I promise you, I would find a way to move the heavens and the hells to make that be so. But I believe you must continue this journey as you started it, while I make sure I have a place worth returning to.
That's more of you than I could ask for.
I hope you understand where I'm coming from.
I think what you're doing is the right choice for your people, for this place. It's smart, it's tactical. It's the choice that you should make.
Persuasion or deception check. Your choice.
Which is better? Neither is better. It's not a disadvantage or anything, right?
I think it would be, honestly.
I shouldn't have asked that question. Goodbye, natural 20.
If you rolled a nat 20, I'll allow it. I think if you rolled, we got to
Because
honor
that was
the
a
nat
9.
20. Yeah.
That was a 9 for the second one.
Let's honor the nat 20.
So it's a 26 if it's a nat
Do you want to
20.
message me which one it is? So I'm going to say honoring the nat 20. That is relieving. And as I said, it will be a place that will in more ways than one, be able to welcome Maeve and yourself as she is.
For now, though, at least the last few days that I might be here. Just stay with me.
I am yours. And with that, I think we fade to black. Yori. Roll me a perception check.
A 5.
Okay, gang. So here's what I'll say that no one sees. Io, you continue to talk as you are finishing your sandwich, and you continue until you fall into a deep sleep. And with that perception check of 8, you do not hear the door open. As Nalani walks out into the hallway, down the stairs, to the front door. You don't hear the front door open to the pitter-patter of rain and the heavy storm that sits outside still. You don't see the crack of lightning that bodes a form in the doorway of a small halfling woman looking at Nalani. No one hears a conversation between them. And lastly, no one sees Nalani look back at the manor, up the stairs, and follow Lyra out into the night. And with that, we will end tonight's session. We'll see you guys next week.